there, it's me, Dr. Beverly Wixon. So, I posted a question the other day, or just a comment, about what comes up for you if I say that you have to save $10,000 this year. There were a couple of people who were like, challenge accepted, or I think I can do this because of other work they've done with me previously and stated that. Other people were like, how? How can I do that and still pay my bills? How can I do that when all these emergencies keep cropping up? Some other comments I got from another place I posted, because I did post this in a couple of places, so I have a lot of stuff to do. Some other comments I got were, I can't do that if I'm paying down my debt. I can't do that because I keep getting late payments. If I do that, I'll get more debt. I'll have unexpected bills and unexpected family issues come up. How am I going to save when I can barely pay my bills? I can't do that because I'm over generous. And being over generous makes me feel good. So, I don't want to seem cheap by not donating to other causes or other people when they need it. What if I lose my job during that time? Let's see what are some other notes I have here. Some other notes on other things stuck in the middle of it. More bills. I spend money on things I shouldn't. I know that. So how am I supposed to save money? Well, how can I do that when prices keep going up, with inflation, with emergencies? I'm not organized with my money. And just how? Give me details. So we're going to do some tapping on that. And tapping, in case you don't know, it's emotional freedom technique, is the official name, emotional freedom technique. But tapping is what most people call it, because that's what you're doing, is you're tapping. And it is on certain places. It's not just tapping all over the place, although that's another thing that's really good for your body too. But I digress. So I want to talk about this because it's so cool that, tapping has been shown in research studies, have shown that it decreases the fight, flight, or freeze response. So that's why we do it. And by the way, if you're watching the replay on this, please give me a hashtag replay so I know and I can come back. And if you have any comments throughout that, put them on there and I'll come back to it. Also, if as we're going through this, if some things come up for you, go ahead and put those in there, because I can do another tapping on it. It's always good. And you really can't mess up tapping, except that there are certain places that you tap. So I'm going to show you those first for those of you that don't know it. It's right here on the inside of your eyebrow. You find the inside of your eye. Most people do 2 fingers, but I sometimes do 3, just if I feel like I'm not getting the exact spot. If I do 3, then I feel a little more comfortable that I'm getting the right spot, because, it's a bigger space. But I have seen people who will do things way up here. That's not tapping. Way up here is not the emotional freedom technique. It is here on the inside of your eye. See, like the eyebrow right there. Second place is on the outside. So it's almost like you're touching that fleshy little part there and you're coming out. Again, if you prefer to do 3 fingers because it takes up more space, so you're getting it, that's fine. Third one is right underneath the eye. Then you go underneath the nose. Kind of like you're doing a little high, it's like, I remember jokes from the Hogan's Heroes was my favorite all-time TV shows. Absolutely. And they used to do this. Or, what was that? The producers. The producers did that. They talked, because they did this whole thing of, Hitler in springtime. So it's there. And then the next one is here, right there at that little divot. So all those are pretty easy. Then you get into your shoulder area, which is right here. You find your collarbone, and you just come down a little bit. And it's right there. Now you can do this with both hands throughout, or you can do one hand. You can even switch during it. That does not hurt. Now another weird one is right here. It's right at your bra line. So you just kind of lift up, and it's right there at your bra line. And I like to do it with a flat hand because, again, you're hitting more space. And then you go to the top of your head. Now that's when we're tapping through the points. We start, however, with something different. We start on what the karate chop, and it's called karate chop because when you see people doing karate and they're hitting the bricks, that's where they are, or the boards, they're doing there. Again, you can do it with either hand. It doesn't matter. Now, as far as the words are concerned, you really don't mess this up. You really can't. So, because you can do this without speaking. You can tap all those points and lower your stress level without saying a word. And if you think about it, we do that. When we are stressed, we do different things like that. We start rubbing our eyes, rubbing our forehead, right? We rub right above our eyes, or we rub our temples, or we just go, oh, and practically dig our fingers in here. Or we start doing this, or we sit here and we're thinking. You're hitting all those spots. Probably the only one that you're not hitting is this one over here. And that one, when when you cross your arms, one way to just lower your stress is to grab here and then cross the other arm over here and grab the elbow and just sit like that. Sit like that for 5 or 10 minutes and you will lower your stress. That's triple warmer, is what it's called in Eden method. And it lowers your stress level right there. Now, I have seen other points of tapping. I've seen people tap here with the wrist. It's fine. Most people don't. I mean, the what do I want to call them? Big tappers. The ones who you see out there a lot. I mean, you can Google Brad Yates tapping or Margaret Lynch tapping or Nick Ortner tapping. Those three people do lots of tapping, and they introduce you to other people too. Excuse me. And the points that I showed you, that's where I learned it. And the points that I showed you are the ones they use. So, are you ready? Excuse me. We're going to start by going negative, talking about the feelings that we're feeling. We're going to do that, and then we're going to turn it around to the positive. But the first thing I want you to do is when I say you have to, absolutely have to, it's a requirement. You must save $10,000 this year, or, and you can add whatever or else you want. How does that make you feel? If it makes you feel stressed, if it makes you feel like I'll never do this, my whole world's going to collapse, it's just not possible. Feel into that deeply. And I want you to think on a scale of 1 to 10, how negative do you feel? How stressed do you feel about being able to save that $10,000? And like I said, put an or else onto it. If you want to, does it make you feel like a bad person? Does it make you feel like a failure? If that's the case, that you can't save this and what it's doing to your future, then on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? With 10 being really bad, 1 being doesn't faze me at all if I can't save $10,000 because I know I can. If you're feeling it doesn't faze me at all that I can't save $10,000 because I don't care, that's a different story. Then you need to make it be something that it does bother you. That's where your or else comes in. See what it makes you feel. Or make it $100,000, if that's the case, because that will work too. Now, as I go through this tapping, if there's words you need to change, then change them. That's fine. And I'm going to say them, and basically, you just repeat. Okay? So, feel it. If you're watching the replay, give me a number and tell me how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed this is making you. If it's an 8, 7, does it make you feel terrible to think that you can't save $10,000 in 1 year? That it's not possible for you to do that? Does it make you feel bad because as you're looking at your future, prices are only going higher. Prices aren't going down. They may go down for a little bit, but then they go right back up. And that's another thing I'll talk about on another day. So, tapping right here on the karate chop point, and I use all 4 fingers on this. You can use 3, if you just want to do 3, but I do all 4 again because I like to make sure I get the whole space. Even though I don't think it's possible for me to save $10,000 in a year, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And we do 3 rounds of tapping here on the Karate Chop Point. Even though I don't believe it's feasible for me to save $10,000 this year, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I just don't see how I can save $10,000 in a year. And I know that's all on me. And I want to forgive myself for that. Anyway, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now we're going to start tapping to the point starting with the eye. I just don't see how I could possibly save $10,000 in a year. I have bills to pay. Do I not pay them? Then I get late fees, which increases my debt. So, how am I supposed to save that much money? I really just don't think it's possible for me to save $10,000 in a year. Every time I get money, an emergency pops up. Sometimes I get the emergency first. And then I get lucky that money comes to me. I mean, what if I lose my job? I'm only working part time. I have children who need my money. I have parents who need my money. I have friends and family members who frequently need my financial help. How can I possibly save $10,000 in one year with all those people depending on me? Just don't see how it's possible. I really don't see how it's possible. I know it works for some people, even some people who don't make much more money than I do. Maybe they don't have the same responsibilities. But I know I need to start saving money. I want to save $10,000 a year. I would love to have $10,000 saved by the end of this year. I just don't know how. Nope, I don't know how. But I know miracles happen every day. And that might be what it takes. I mean, money has come to me in the past. So I'm open to a miracle. I'm open to money coming to me. I'm open to a windfall. I'm open to a pay raise. I'm open to people buying things from me. I'm open to donating things to a thrift store and getting surprise money from it. You know, when I think about it, there are lots of ways more money can come to me. Lots of ways I can earn extra money. Lots of ways, lots of ways money can just flow to me. I don't even know all of them. There's probably a million ways or more that money can flow to me. So I need to be open to all of them. I want to be open to all of them. I'm going to say yes to that. Yes to all of them. I'm saying yes to all the avenues money can come to me for my highest good. I don't know where this money's going to come from. I really don't. But I'm open to it. I'm open to saving it. I'm open to putting it aside for my future or even for future emergencies. I know I haven't believed this in the past, and that's okay. I'm going to forgive myself for not believing it in the past. I'm going to forgive myself for worrying about it, for not thinking I was good enough to save $10,000. I accept that I believed that in the past, and I forgive myself. So I'm saying yes. Yes. Yes to saving $10,000 in a year. Yes to all the ways money could flow to me. I'll take that money in cash, checks, or credit cards, even coins on the street. As long as it adds up to over $10,000 in my savings, I'm saying yes to it in every way possible. Yes, yes, yes. All for my highest good. Put your hands on your chest, take a deep breath, and let it out with a sigh. Now, you can go through that again as many times as you want to. You can change the words, change it up as you like. You can't get tapping wrong. You really can't. Hit the spots, and over as you go through, even if you don't say a word, you'll start to feel your stress level lower. Because right now, what I'd like you to do after you're done is, again, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being super stressed and 1 being not stressed. How do you feel about the possibility of you saving $10,000 this year? Because when you feel less stressed about it, it's much easier for money to get to you. When you're up here going, oh, I can't do it, money's like coming right to you and it's stopping because it's like you're going, come here, money, I need money, come here, come here, come here, come here. No, stop. Imagine calling your dog and telling it to stop all the time. You know, if you're training a dog, you've probably done this. Come here, and then you go, stop, stay, and you start to walk away, and the poor little dog's like, oh my god, it's getting all stressed and all excited. And that's the thing, stress and excitement are the same thing, just different names. Nervousness and excitement, I should say, are the same things. So let yourself be excited about bringing in the money instead of nervous and stressed about it. So we always are making new money memories. Always, always, always making new money memories. We're always having past problems because, 5 minutes ago it's past. We're always having past heartaches and past disappointments. So it's always important to do the exercises again. This is not like one and done. That's the beauty of making it simple and repeatable, that you can redo them. It's the beauty of keeping them simple and practical so that they can fit into your daily routine. Like I said, you can do this stuff in the car. whether you're speaking or just tapping. You can do it while you're driving. Those people passing by, they're not going to notice it much. If you're sitting at a stoplight, it's a great time to do it. But I also know that if you're sitting at a stoplight and there's a car sitting next to you, you might get a little, I don't want them to see me. I know that happens. It's the same thing when we're singing in the car, singing away, and all of a sudden we look over and they're staring at us or videoing us. So, I understand that. But as you're driving and passing by them, they're not noticing it at all. They don't have time for it when they're driving. You can do it in the shower. You can do it when you're in the restroom. So these are things I like to give you, things that are easy to do wherever you are. Now, there are some, of course, other journaling and things, unless you're taking your journal with you into the shower, which is going to be difficult because it's going to get wet. You can't do it in there, but you can still, it's 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, this is all it takes is a few minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you found value in this. If you did, please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.